Join us in this episode as we continue sailing down the Norwegian coast, exploring some stunning new places. And weathering a storm. I'm Jasmine, and these are my parents, Guy and Joe. And this is our home, Free Spirit. Come join us on our adventures. It was mid-June and we set off from our anchorage just below Torghatten. We hoisted the sails and set out towards our new destination. After a nice sail, we made it to a sheltered anchorage off the island of Leka to sit out some strong winds that were forecast. We kayaked ashore in blustery conditions. And emptied out last night's rainwater. Many birds took shelter from the wind in the bay. We returned to the boat as the rain clouds closed in again. The next day the sun returned and we seized the opportunity to go out and explore this incredible island. Clearly visible from our anchorage is a strange earth mound. At 64 metres in diameter and originally 12 metres high, this is the third largest Viking burial mound in Norway. Evidence suggests that it was a ship burial, believed to be the final resting place of King Helgeland. According to legend, Helgeland had his men bury him alive, rather than submitting to the King Harald Fairhair. This was an important place during the Viking Age, and even the sagas have several references to people from Leka. This land has been farmed since the Stone Age and continues through to this day, with livestock grazing shaping and maintaining the landscape. Careful management has made this place a haven for nature, with a variety of habitats and many different species of plants and animals living here. There is a beautiful stone house on the island, free for visitors to use, and a good stop-off on your journey. There are many burial mounds in this area, some dating back to the Bronze or Late Iron Age, but most of them have been looted and their contents lost to history. There are lots of different huts and hides throughout the island, where you can watch wildlife and take shelter if you need. We took advantage of the good weather to clean Free Spirit's hull, which, in the many hours of sunlight, had begun to grow a thick layer of algae. The currents had brought up a bizarre hula skirt siphonophore, usually found in the deep sea. There were other strange creatures here as well. We watched from a distance as a beautiful eagle fed food to its chick. The next day we set off again, heading for the town of Råvik to restock with supplies. On our arrival, the marina was full, so we pulled up alongside a harbour wall. At this time of year, the town is alive with the calls of nesting kittiwakes. These beautiful birds normally nest on sea cliffs, but in recent years they have begun to move into coastal towns and cities, building their nests on roofs and window ledges. It is thought that this sudden move is due to warming sea temperatures and increased storms, making it difficult for birds to successfully raise chicks in their natural habitat. The warming also affects the food supply, meaning that they are forced to travel further from shore in search of food, spending longer away from the nest. Nesting in urban areas gives them more shelter and protection from potential predators such as sea eagles and skuas. But not everyone is happy about these new noisy, messy neighbours. Kittiwakes and other seabirds worldwide are in decline, and as the effects of climate change continue to worsen, situations like this will become more and more common. Special structures have now been built to help the birds find places to nest, creating kittiwake high-rises. Not far away in the old marketplace is a statue called the Seaman's Wife, depicting a woman and child looking out, waiting for the husband and father to return home from many days out at sea. We headed out once more. We moored up in Abelver, just off Helgeland. We had a day or two of good weather to explore this place before a storm was forecast. Beautiful wildflower meadows were in bloom. The next day the sky was dark and the winds began to pick up. Some friends of ours who we'd met in Scotland had joined us on their boat Wayfarer to sit out the storm. As conditions continued to worsen, they secured a long line to the other side of the harbour to help pull their boat off the pontoon. We constantly had to tighten and secure things, making sure all was safe. The conditions picked up. With the boat leaning over, our fenders were in danger of being caught under the pontoon and damaging the guardrails. We tried our best to secure them to stronger areas on the boat. The wind picked up to the high 40s, with gusts of 50 knots, a severe gale. With everything as secure as we could make it, and the boat still within view, we headed over to Wayfarer to spend this wild evening with our friends. The next morning, all was calm. When inspecting the hull a few days later, we discovered a large area where the paint had worn away, presumably caused by the rubbing of a tightened chain from the pontoon in the gale, something that would have been of great concern had it not been a steel boat. Please like and subscribe. A huge thank you to my incredible patrons for helping to support the production of these videos. If you'd like to help, as well as getting early, ad-free videos, then click the link in the description and join my Patreon account. Thanks for watching! Join us next time as we leave Helgeland and continue our journey down the Norwegian coast, with many surprises along the way.
It's my super suit of sexiness. My lady soaked me.